Hey, this is Ron. Ron's Woodturning Shop. Glad y'all could make it. Thank you for visiting. And for those that you subscribe, thank you very much for that too. I got over 100 now. I feel thankful. Today, I made up a bunch of mushrooms. So I'm not going to turn anything, but I'm going to do some embellishment to the mushrooms. These little fairy mushrooms. I guess people make little fairy gardens out of them, but I'm going to use some of this iridescent paint and my airbrush and put some color. I mean, I already airbrushed them a color, but I want the tops to look different. I haven't seen any before. So I'm going to put the iridescent paint on the top of these and I'm going to walk through the process. So this video won't take long. I think it's going to be pretty cool. I'll do one and I'll go check with my wife and see if it's okay to do the rest. And then I've got 6 of them here. So we'll see how it comes out. It's going to just be a play day. So stick around, let's get going. Okay, so here's what I'm going to use. And basically I bought this little airbrush and it came with a hose, and then I adapted it to my quick connect on my air compressor. And I'm not going to put any paint in this pot. I'm just going to use the air to push around the paint on top of the mushroom. And I've got these Joe Sonja iridescent paints, and when they dry they kind of glimmer in the light. And so I'm going to put them next to each other on the project, and so they kind of blend together and it'll look kind of like a swirly cloud. I did a bowl like that a while back, and I've seen it done on other guys. I think a guy in England did it, Stu 54A. He did a real good job on it. I like the looks of it, and I've sold a few of them, but I haven't seen one on a mushroom, so we're going to do one on a mushroom. And I think it'll be a quick and easy project. We'll see how it works out. So let me get all set up and the camera working and we'll go. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit, and you can see I took a little practice at it. So basically, just put a drop on here. On the board. And then you take your airbrush and just, with the air. If you come straight down on it, it makes it go in a circle. Then you can come from the side and push it. So you can spread it out pretty thin. And if you mix several colors together, when it dries, you'll see that swirling patterns in there. So right there, that's gold and red on this bigger splotch. And if I put in a little bit of iridescent green, get the lid off. Yeah, there we go. Put in a drop of iridescent green in the middle. Then spread that into it, come straight down on top of it, flatten it out. And then hit it from the sides, little pulses. And if you don't have an airbrush, I've seen the guy on the YouTube do it just with a straw. He just blew on it. It's not hard. So now they got a mix of gold, red, and green. And I was trying to match it up with the color to this one. This is a green already. So if I hit it with a gold, then I can put a little red and then a little green, and it'll be a lighter green than this color. So it might look cool. My wife might hate it, and that's her favorite, so I might be in trouble. But we're going to do it anyway. So Alright, so here's the first victim. And I'm just going to put a drop of gold in a few places. And I kind of know how far it'll spread, is why I'm putting the little drops on it. So basically I want a foundation of the gold. And then I'll add the colors on top of it. So here we go. And it's kind of tedious because if you hit it a little too hard, it goes where you don't want it. Alright, that's the gold. I'm going to let that dry a little bit. And then I'm going to go with red next. And not as much, just a splotch here and there. And then with some green. And we'll keep working on it. I put a little more on there because I wanted to get closer to the edge. And I was about getting too thin. There. Now I got a good covering. So let's do a little red. Not much, just a drop. There. Oh, too much. Drop there. Little there. So that's too much. I'm going to have to get a little bit further away or it's going to splatter. Alright, that's the red. Now let's put a few drops of green on it. Let's put one right there. Right there. A little more right there. And there really ain't no set way of doing this as far as where to put the colors. You just play with it. What you don't want it to look like is you put it on there with a paintbrush. You want it crazy looking. Alright. Well, there's the ugly looking mess I made. But when it dries, it's probably going to surprise you a little bit. So let me let that dry. Probably going to take 30 minutes or so. And I'll cut back in. This one I just did all one color, just red. Since I already dyed this one orange, I just put this on the top. Didn't mix the colors. And I think the next one, I'm actually going to use a paintbrush and just put it on there real thin. See what it looks like. And I can get them, I'll rub them all back off. All I got to do is just take some, it's latex, so I can put it back like it was. So the next one I'm going to use a brush on and make it nice and smooth looking. Alright, so this one's already green. So I'm going to use more green, only iridescent. And that should be enough to paint the whole top of that. So you don't have to have an airbrush, you can use a paintbrush. Now, there's a number of ways of handling this paint. And this stuff ain't cheap. I think I got it out of England or something. But it looks better if you don't make it all like super smooth. You put the swirls in it and all those little peaks catch the light when it dries. Now right now it looks mostly white, but when it dries it'll be green. That's what they put. You can't just open the tube up and look in there and see what color it is. You got to read the tube. So whenever I'm doing a bigger project, I squeeze some out into Dixie cups and write the name on the side of the cup so I'll know which cup has what color in it. So alright, so I got two with an airbrush and this one with a paintbrush. And we'll compare them. I've done, this is number 3, so we'll give them about an hour to dry and check them out side by side and see which one we like the best. I'm going to do one more. Completely different. This is purple and that's supposed to be gold. So I have gold. I'm just going to use a paper towel and smear it on there a nice even coat. Wow, that starts popping out gold even before it dries when you get it real thin. I like that too. And it's water based, so I got a good coat of coconut oil on these already. So I can probably just wash this right off if I don't like it. But so far, I looks pretty good, purple and gold. Anyway, we'll let them dry. I think I'm getting addicted to this. So this one I put on with a paper towel, but when I got through, I did it like you do your sheetrock, where you pop it up and down, and I made these little little ridges stick up. So when that dries, I'm going to have all different angles of light hitting it. Oh God, I created a monster. Okay, well, this one I put on with a paper towel. This one I think just plain sucks. I mean, it stayed more white than the colors. Now when you get it out in the sunshine, and I don't know if the camera will pick it up, when you get it out in the sunshine you can see the different colors in it, but people are not going to sit here and do this in a fairy garden, so I'm going to have to fix that one. This one here I put on with a paper towel, and it I like it. It's okay. You can still see through it into the wood grain, and it shimmers in the light. Same with this one. This one was red already, so I just put the red, and it looks violet in the, I don't know, it's supposed to be red. But again, I put it on paper towel, and then I did the stippling thing, so it catches more light. My favorite one, I guess, and this one here is the same thing, and it's got white left in it, but when you hit it in the light, it shimmers. Now this is my favorite one right there. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know, it just, to me, it just came out the best. And I did that with a swirly paintbrush. So it left it thick in some places, thin in others. And it doesn't look manufactured. I don't know. Maybe I'm goopy. Maybe I've been eating too many mushrooms. I don't know. But my wife absolutely hated that one, and that was her favorite one. So, again, I have gotten myself into trouble. But I'll fix it. I'll make it where she likes it. I'll hit it with some sandpaper and then put the same color green that's on here on the top and fix that one. Alright, just a short afternoon in the shop. Again, this is my favorite. If y'all don't like it, let me know. But I kind of like it. I think it looks cool. Pretty easy to do. A number of different ways to apply it. The airbrush is finicky, but it works if you want it fluffy. The paper towel smears it on there well. You can get it thin, you can stipple it, you can swirl it, you can do whatever you want with a paper towel. And then the paintbrush is what I used on this one. And I didn't try to make it an even coat, I just made it swirly. But anyway, it was fun. So glad y'all could join me. And like and subscribe. And thank y'all very much for subscribing. Really, really, really appreciate it. And y'all have a great day.